Hey guys, it is me again. Today is Tuesday, January 22nd. Makes it, of course, day 22 on our Daily Bread Project 2013. Guys, as always, it is good to be here tonight. I got to try to make this video as short as I can, guys. Still getting done what I want to get done. I've not felt the best. Well, I don't really feel bad this evening. It's just my stomach's been bothering me. Uh, I've had to use the bathroom several times, and I don't know if it's something I ate or what it is, but just a little bit down this evening, from that. Not too bad, but anyway, guys, like I said, I've got to try to move fairly quick here tonight. And like always, it is good to be here tonight. Guys, I'm sorry for not being here last night. Uh, it's kind of funny. Well, I guess it's really not funny. It's just, I'll go ahead and tell you the story. Uh, we're working on a BMW down there, guys, and that's another thing. Just pray for me, guys. Pray that I can. Oh, I'll tell you the situation, and you'll know what to pray for. This guy brought this BMW in, got a misfire in it. So it's missing. He'd already put a coil in it, and this and that. So anyway, we check it and found out which cylinder it is missing on it. The coil, we checked it. The coil's good. He put new plugs in it. Checked it, and the fuel injector wasn't firing. Well, I checked it on my lab scope, and the fuel injector would fire for about the first 10 seconds that the car run, then it would shut off. So anyway, I get to checking on that, and come to find out, BMW has got some, I've seen other cars like this too, but not many. BMW is actually, when the computer detects a misfire in the engine, it will shut that fuel injector off to that cylinder to keep from putting raw fuel in it, to keep from melting the catalytic converter together and causing more damage. So that's the reason the fuel injector is shutting down. So I said, well, we got to have some other reason why this cylinder number 2 is misfiring. So anyway, I checked it, guys, and it's down on compression. This number 2 cylinder's only got 50 pounds of compression, 50 psi. The rest of them are at least 100 or better. So what I'm getting at, guys, the reason I wasn't here last night's kind of twofold. Number one, I got some information and got this stuff on my mind last night, looking on the internet, looking up some information and stuff. And so I go down to the garage last night, I don't know, around 10 o'clock or so. When I was down there a while, that's when I found out it only had 50 pounds of compression. I did a compression test on it last night. So anyway, I come back home last night, guys, to make my video and go to bed, and the internet's out. It was between 12 and 1 o'clock last night, and the internet's out. So, I actually made the vid and then, get ready to post it because, making the vid don't have anything to do with the internet. And, I clicked to get online on this computer, and it wasn't going online. I'm like, what's going on here? I looked down at the modem, and it's sitting there flashing, like it, instead of the 4 green lights on solid, they were flashing. I said, what's going on here? And the reason I didn't notice it was where I got this satellite TV now, my TV was still working. So anyway, they worked on it all day today, and of course, they've got everything back on now. But so guys, that's why I wasn't here last night. Couldn't help it. Sometimes that stuff happens. I made you all promise I was going to be here every time I could. I was going to be here more for this year than I'd got to where I was last year, and I am, guys. I mean that. But that's one thing that I can't help. When the internet goes out, and right now, last night's the coldest night we've had so far. Now tonight is probably going to be colder. It's probably not over 17 or 18 degrees right now. We've had some snow, we've had cold, and when you live out in the sticks like we do, that stuff happens sometimes. But anyway, so that's why I wasn't here, guys, and I hope you'll forgive me for that. But pray for me, guys, on the BMW, because it's just, I got to reading, and they said that these cars, these BMWs, this particular engine, this 2.5 6-cylinder engine, was bad for carboning up the pistons and the valves. And the way some guys on the internet talked, sometimes the valve would get carbon on the back side of them, and it would keep them from shutting completely. So I don't know if that's what it is. It's either that or it's got a bent valve or a burnt valve, because we put a leak down tester in the cylinder today with the valve shut, and it's leaking out the exhaust. You can hear it coming out the exhaust. So it's got an exhaust valve with something wrong with it. I'm going to do a fuel injection cleaning on it tomorrow, and hopefully, I don't know. I'm praying for a miracle, guys, is what I'm getting at. Because just to be honest about it, guys, it's one of these deals. I've already got quite a bit of time in this car just diagnosing it. And to be honest, if it is a valve, if the head has to be taken off the car, I don't want to do it. We have done head jobs, guys, on everything just about it. I mean, we've done, Hondas and Acuras and Toyotas, and of course all your American cars, your GM 6-cylinders, 3.4, 3.1, 3.8s. We've done all them. We've done Isuzus. We've done Volkswagens, Audis. I mean, we've done a lot of kind of weird stuff because most of the shops around here just won't do it. But I just don't want to get into a BMW. And I mean, this guy is kind of a tightwad, so he may not even fix the car anyway. Of course, I don't know what else he's going to do. But, I don't want to get into a BMW. BMW is real bad about making you have to buy their tools to work on them. They're real bad for you to have special tools, is what I'm getting at. And I just really don't want to tear into it. So that's what. But then again, there too, like I said, I've already got several hours in the car, and I find it hard to charge people if I don't fix the car. Calling him and saying, "Hey, buddy, sorry about your luck. You got a valve down. I can't fix it, but you still owe me $150 for looking at it." I just don't like doing that, and I know even though it's deserved. I read about a guy on IATN that looked at a BMW, and he was kind of talking about that. But he said he was charging these people, which now he had to pull the oil pan off of it because it had an oil problem. He pulled the oil pan off and checked that. That's probably a pretty big job. This guy was charging them $700 just to look at this car and tell them the engine was bad. Now, but this was like up in the Northeast somewhere, New York, Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard. I looked at 2 or 3 different ones, and I can't remember which one it was at. But in places like that, you can get $700 just to look at a car and tell them it's no good. Around here, you can't. It's like I've said before. Anywhere else in the country, doing what I do, being able to do what we can do on cars, we can make a really, really good living. Instead of just barely scraping by. But when you live in the poverty belt and nobody's got money, to pay you to do anything. But anyway, I didn't want to get off on that. But what I was just getting at, guys, pray that it is a piece of carbon that's got this valve hung open, and maybe I can do a fuel injection cleaning on it. Run some carbon flush through there and knock it loose. I don't know what else to do. That BMW, like I said, they're made so goofy. If it was a car that you could get the exhaust manifold off of it fairly easy, you could pull the exhaust manifold off and literally look into the head and look at the valves and see if they were bent or see what the problem was. But it would probably take a whole day to take the exhaust manifold off this car. And there again, if I'm not going to fix the car, I don't want to do any more work to it that I can't charge for. So anyway, guys, that's just what I'm saying. Pray for it. I know the Lord can heal stuff. He can do stuff, even on cars. I've seen him do it. Last night, guys, did something for me miraculous. I mean, I think it's miraculous. Some of you guys may not agree. I had a little piece of tooth, guys, right over here, that 99% of the tooth was already gone, had fell out, right back in here. And it had one little tip left, stuck up in there. And that thing has been bothering me, guys, for months now. I mean, it's been about to kill me because it would just stay sore enough to aggravate me. And the tooth was just a little bit loose, but not really loose. I didn't want to take the chance on trying to yank it out and getting it, hurting or something. But it's been aggravating me forever because every time my tongue would hit it, and I could feel it. And guys, finally yesterday I got really fed up and really aggravated, and I prayed and I said, "Lord Jesus, please, I'm asking you, let this piece of tooth fall out tonight. Let it fall out, without hurting. Let it hurt no nerves. Let it fall out." Because it's driving me crazy. Lord, I did. I got down here and I prayed earnestly. Guys, within 2 hours of me praying that prayer last night, that piece of tooth fell out. And it's been there for months and has not fell out. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Some people may say, "Oh, that's a coincidence." You can look at it how you want to. But, it gave me relief. So, anyway, guys, Um, what else? Um, just pray for that, guys. Like I said, pray that, if this was a car that I thought I was gonna fix, and the guy, I thought the guy would spend the money and all that, I wouldn't be that tore up. But like I said, I don't know. Just to be honest, guys, this week has been better than last week already. Uh, but it's one of them deals. I thought it was gonna, I thought it was gonna be a decent job in here, a good diagnostic job and all that. And anytime I do a car like that and I run a compression test on it and it shows to be down on compression, I get sick in my stomach, because down on compression, mechanical problems down in the engine, I don't like. I'm more of a diagnostic mechanic. I like being able to fix one with wiring and computer problems and sensors and plugs and coils. And I don't like tearing heads off cars and like that Kia we did. I don't like having to replace heads and having to replace pistons and rods, and I just don't like that type of work. It's for as much work as it is, you don't make a whole lot of money on it. A lot of stuff can go wrong. But anyway, guys, just pray for that car. Pray that I can figure something out, some way to maybe help him and help us both out. So y'all just pray for that. What else? I'm trying to hurry, guys, but like I said, I've not been able to jibber jabber last little bit. What else? What else? What else? I guess that's about it, guys. I can't think of nothing else. I'm trying to move my eSword over right now so I can start reading, and my computer's trying to lock up. It's not wanting to move, so as soon as it moves over here, guys, we'll get to the important part of our program, and of course that is God's Word. Something else, guys, that I want you to just pray about for me. And you know how I am, guys. Like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I wear emotions on my sleeve. And I probably share too much on here. I've actually, like I've said before, I've actually had a lot of people jump onto me for maybe saying stuff. But, like I said, it's one of them deals. That's just the way I am. I may be too honest on here, but anyway, what I was getting at, guys, I know most of you know about this whole AR-15 thing, and all this, they're talking about banning them and all that, and the Colt AR-15 that I've got, guys, that I give $1,200 for it, those things are going for $2,500, $2,600, $2,700, $2,800 right now on GunBroker. Mine's never been fired, so I mean, I know it's only been out of the box to hold it, look at it, put it back in the box. I know I could get top money out of it. I mean, I could probably get $2,600, $2,700, $2,800 out of it. And I've been struggling with that, guy, struggling on whether I should sell it or not, because the church, of course, after this, now we did catch our bills up for December, but we got our power bills back Sunday, the 20th, which was what, yesterday, Sunday, I think. Sunday, our mortgage actually became due again, because we were actually almost a month behind. So now we've got that to pay, $300 and some in power bills, plus another $160 bill for something. I can't remember what it's for, but you add that up real quick, $450 and let's say $350. What's that? $800. So that's $960 worth of bills that are either due or going to be due quick, and I think we've got like $20 in the bank again. So, it makes me think about stuff like that. Does the Lord want me to sell this gun? I sold the AK, and of course I mentioned that on YouTube and kind of got jumped onto for mentioning that. But if I'm gonna get on here and not say nothing, then what's use me being on here? But anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. Does the Lord want me to sell that so I can take care of the stuff at church? I don't know. I don't know. And while I'm asking, guys, I just pray that God will guide me. He always has. Guys, I'm just going to go ahead and admit it. I'm dense when it comes to listening to God. I think we all are, if we'll admit it. I think most of us are slow about listening to God because, these human bodies tend to want to go their own way, and they want to go, even though they know God's screaming at them over here in this ear, they want to block it out. We want to block it out because usually what God's telling us to do is not the fun thing to do. It's not the easy thing to do. It's not the thing that makes me feel good. it's usually something that's hard, usually something that we really struggle with. So just pray, guys, that if that is what the Lord's wanting me to do, then He'll put it upon me, really strongly to do it. So anyway, guys, I got to hurry up here. 15 minutes in, not even read yet. Revelation 1:12. Here we go. Then I turned to see the voice that was speaking to me. And on turning, I saw 7 golden lampstands. And in the midst of the lampstands, one like a son of man, like a son of man, clothed with a long robe, and with a golden sash around his chest. The hairs of his head were white, like white wool, like snow. His eyes were like a flame of fire. His feet were like burnished bronze, refined in a furnace, and his voice was like the roar of many waters. In his right hand he had 7 stars. From his mouth came a sharp 2-edged sword. Of course, we know this is the word of God he's talking about there. And his face was like the sun shining in full strength. When I saw him, I fell at his feet as though dead. But he laid his right hand on me, saying, "Fear not, I am the first and the last, and the living one. I died, and behold, I am alive forevermore, and I have the keys of death and Hades." Guys, I hit it too fast. Right therefore the things that you have seen, those that are, and those that are, and those that are to take place after this. As for the mystery, hang on, guys, my e-sword's taking a fit. As for the mystery of the 7 stars that you saw in my right hand and the 7 golden lampstands, the 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 lampstands are the 7 churches. We're going to go ahead and hit chapter 2 real quick here, guys. Verse 1 says, "To the angel of the church in Ephesus write the words of him who holds the 7 stars in his right hand, who walks among the 7 golden lampstands." And guys, I guess right there's where we're going to quit, because I think that's enough verses. Because it's just going to cut funny if I go any further. It's gonna throw it off odd. So we'll finish right there. Guys, I guess that's about it for tonight. This video's already been long enough. I want to recommend one thing, guys, to you all that can. I don't even know what channel it comes on my satellite. I seen it on there the other night. There's a show, if you can find it, guys. You can probably find it on the internet. I watched it this evening for the first time, and it's really good. And I think, it's every week. It's a different show. The guy's a doctor. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor, but his name's Doctor something, so I'm sure he's got some kind of doctorate. The show's called "I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist." And, guys, it's really good. I watched it this evening, and it was showing him giving like a seminar, and he was showing up the scientific reasons. Now, that's what he's talking about. He said, "I'm not even going to open the Bible up, really, because," he said, when you're arguing against atheists and agnostics, he said, they don't take the Bible as any credibility. So he said, I can prove the existence of God without the Bible. So, and he was going through all this different stuff, and man, it was so good. It blew me away. All the actual scientific, philosophical reasons, and moral reasons, all the different, he went through all the different things, basically proving, that there is a God. One thing he was talking about was most of the scientists and the atheists, they want to say that the universe, a lot of them do anyway, that the universe has been eternal and there was no start to it. And of course we know there was a start to it. Now God has always been here, but God spoke the universe and the world into being. And he just, it's really, really good. It's if you can find him, the guy's really, really good. Yeah, it's worth watching. Anyway, guys, I got to get off here. I love you all. For you all that are left after this big long video, I promise, guys, I'm not gonna make any long ones like this anymore. I just hope YouTube will let me load it up, because I used to have the little thing that said you can upload videos over 15 minutes, and now it don't say that on my channel. Everybody may be able to upload long videos now. I don't know, but anyway, guys, tomorrow night I promise to keep it shorter. I love you all. If you need anything, let me know. Pray for me on that car. Pray for my business. Pray for the church. Just pray for me in general, guys. I love you all. Good Lord willing, I'll be back here tomorrow night. Until I see you all again, good night, and God bless.